Where you at, Berto?
Money couldn't save OF Demon from this. Let's get right into it. Hold on. These OF girls starting to finally be held accountable for their actions in the big 2025? Is that possible?
What's poppin', y'all? One of the top demons of OF, not Odd Future, for those of you that may be a little old or considered unk age now because you grew up on Odd Future. Yeah, I know, it's crazy, isn't it? This chick, Camille, I don't even know how to pronounce her name.
Oh, man, we know her, bro. She's nasty work, nasty work.
Araujo?
She be doing content with her brother and whatnot. That should be weird, bro.
Araujo? I'm just gonna pronounce it like Hicksy American, right? Camilla Araujo, she was doing this stream with Neon. This chick, I think she's one of the chicks in the Bob house. I don't really know. By the way, that house is gigantic. It's unimaginable how big that house, not unimaginable, but the scale of that house is gigantic. That's just a side note.
How do you know that, brother? You did a personal visit? You sent. I'm talking.
But that chick, she's making ridiculous money on OF, and she was doing this collaboration with Neon. So she's kicking it with Neon, and then what happens is one of such a chef's kiss moment that I wish we could replay over and over, and I wish she could have this interaction live on the internet every single day, just as a reminder.
I see where this is going.
You know, death by 1,000 cuts type of thing. So I'm going to play you guys the clip of her on Neon stream right now.
It's Gideon.
I feel like I actually know who that is.
Who?
Isn't that the girl that does OnlyFans?
Oh, man. This kid is not a day over 12, gang.
My God. She's
None of that. You should not know that.
All that.
No.
This is why these trifling hoes should be exiled off the internet, gang. Yo.
None of that.
how the
Where are your parents?
How do you know that? Are we confused?
You should be watching Blippi. None of that. Yeah.
What do you think I am?
I don't know. Too young.
What are you talking about?
You're done.
brother? You're too young to be a gooter.
You're done. You're done. You're done.
He knows what that means.
Bye. Nice to meet you. Okay. Thank you so much.
This is bad. This is bad. Oh my gosh.
Who are parenting these children?
That's crazy. We'll ignore it. All right, let's move on.
Why do you seem surprised?
You can't control what the kids
Okay.
see.
How do we do this?
This is beautiful. Now, some of you are probably like, oh no, this is disgusting. No. Hear me out. This is why this is beautiful. This individual, she is evil incarnate. We have to agree on that. The reason why she's evil incarnate is because, number one, she's like, oh, like, where are your parents at? Where are your parents at? For kids to avoid her content, they would have to have a helicopter parents that don't allow them to do anything. They would nearly have to be Mennonite.
They would literally have to be banned from the, like, you will never have an iPhone, iPad, nothing till you're fucking 27.
And probably maybe be in a cult. Not saying Mennonite or Amish are a cult, but I'm saying a cult is another place where they would probably avoid seeing her content because she's just everywhere. And then they would call those parents overbearing and not allowing their kids any privacy or to see anything. So she has to look in the face of these kids because before that, she's just like, oh, I'm just online. She doesn't know. She's not interacting with.
She knows, but she's going to pretend to play dumb like she doesn't know.
That audience. And keep in mind, by the way that this chick blew up on OF, and this is why this chick is a demon. She was in the Mr. Beast video for Squid Games. I think she was number 67 or something like that. She was in a Mr. Beast video for Squid Games. I don't think she won Squid Games, but she had a lot of attention on her during that video. It was one of Mr. Beast's biggest videos. Squid Games was one of the biggest shows in Netflix history.
Yeah.
It was such a huge...
Quick put on side note, if you guys enjoyed Squid Games, go to Netflix and watch Alice in Borderland. It is better than Squid Games, and it's kind of like the same type of vibe, but it's better, bro. I promise you. Alice in Borderland, they just dropped a new season. I just finished it. Peak fiction.
Cultural moment. He made a video about it. It boomed. So she got a ton of attention. And what did she do with that attention? Did she try to start a streaming career? Did she try to be an entertainer and do YouTube and maybe do her own type of thing? No, she hopped directly to OnlyFans. She hopped directly to OF. And what is Mr. Beast's audience? Are we going to pretend like Mr. Beast's audience is adults? It's grown men, it's older guys. All of the people that were watching you were kids. This kid that came up to her, he's like, what, probably 11, 12? He looks middle school aged. He was like 6 years old probably when that video came out. Yeah, he saw you in the Mr. Beast video when he was a kid, and you started promoting your OF. So to act shocked, like, oh my God, like you're not supposed to be seeing that.
It's
what
disgusting,
guardrail
man.
is there for
It's
him to
disgusting.
not see you? You were in a Mr. Beast video. This is the craziest part about it. And she was talking about like levels of fulfillment in the car with Neon. I'm gonna play you guys that clip right now.
0.5 too. Dipped a little bit. Closer to 1 now. But that just goes to show you.
1 mil?
Yeah, but that just goes to show you, like, if that doesn't fulfill you, then like, what the will? Do you get what I'm saying?
Hold on, let me get it. Let me see. Yeah, no, I get that.
Don't you just feel broke as fuck watching this? OF girl and nerd riding in a Rolls Royce with orange guts. While you sit there on your couch and I sit here on this tethered chair.
I get that. I just, I just feel like if you're making $1 million, like, who the f cares, Just $1 million a month. That equals to 12 mil a year. And on top of that, all your other revenues. That's if you have a bad month.
I made it my entire purpose. Like, bro, I'm going to make the most possible money I can on OnlyFans and then dip. Like, I'm just gonna dip, right? So I think I'm at that point where I'm kind of like
you're lost like me.
Like I'm losing interest. I'm losing interest in that run. Like I'm losing interest in like chasing that high.
You don't care about making the most money
No.
So she's saying she was making, I think she said she's made north of $30 million, which it's never enough. For these people, it is never enough. It will never be enough. And this is the whole thing. She's like, yeah, I'm just trying to do it until I don't need to do it anymore.
That's the thing, though. I think I just saw something on Instagram not too long ago where Lana Rhoades, if you guys don't know who that is, a very big corn star, right? She's very regretful. All the money, all the fame, everything. Now she has her little child, and the child is getting older. I think it's a son, I believe. And she's countless interviews of her crying and just feeling disgusted with herself. Like, yo, it wasn't worth it because one, all the trauma, all the things I had to endure, she's nullified her mind to one of the purest things that we can do in this world, right? Is to have relations with the opposite sex. Her mind is probably completely defiled to the thought of doing that because she's just been railed for content for years, right? One. And then two is just like that shit is on the internet forever, and her son is gonna grow up and see that, and that she probably doesn't want that picture to be painted of her for her child, rightfully so, right? And do I feel bad for her? No, she made that her bed. She definitely could have switched that up a long time ago, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, this is what we're seeing happening over and over again. A lot of these younger women, they're just chasing that bag. They're selling out. They're essentially selling their soul for that manyan, that sweet, sweet manyan. And you get to a point where it's like, was it worth it? Like, yeah, you're rich, you know what I'm saying? But now what? You're still relatively young. This girl, she's probably not even 30. If I had to guess, maybe she's 23, 24, 25 is probably pushing it. Now what? You're just a fucking thought for the rest of your, like, that is your brand for the rest of your life. You can't do anything creative. You can't go anywhere else other than sell vag. That's what you're going to be known as forever. That's your legacy. Yo, real quick, if you like making money, I need you to watch this part of the video. If you don't like making money, then go ahead and skip it, but that really should be none of y'all. I know you guys have been seeing me promote this new app called Free Cash, and the big talk of the town is
this a scam, Berto? What is this?
Well, look at this guy and this guy. All people from our community that are making money through the Free Cash app. The link is in the description. Even one person from my boy Astro Dior's community made $1,000 using the Free Cash app. I know it sounds crazy, but yes, you can make free money while playing games on your phone. But let me break this down in a very clear way for you guys so you know exactly what's going on. When you sign up for Free Cash using the link in my description, once you're in, you're gonna see a list of games pop up. You download them, you play them, you beat the levels, get to the certain requirements that they tell you to hit. And once you get there, you're gonna get some credits sent to your account. Every single time you hit the requirements, you get paid real money. And they make the process so easy that that you can cash out that money into your PayPal or even gift cards. And yes, it is completely free to use. Now, there are some options where you can spend a little cheese to get through the level faster, but you don't need to do that. The reason why this is even possible is because these games are trying to get new players onto their platform. So they pay free cash to pay you to get people to play the game. Now, I know I showed you a crazy example of somebody making up to $1,000, which it's possible, but realistically, it might take some time. This is just an easy way you can make an extra 10, maybe 20 bucks, just doing something that you guys probably do for free anyway. So if you're gonna be bullshitting on your phone playing games, why not get paid? So if you've been on the fence, this is your sign. Click the link in my description and try out a few games. And when you make your money, take a screenshot and send it to me, bro, because I want to see y'all make that cheese. Because if I'm winning, I want to make sure y'all winning too. I love y'all. Y'all know what to do. Link in the description, and you're gonna get a $5 bonus using my shit. Now let's get right back to the video. Where you at, family? Was all the money in the world worth it?
More, this is cap. Yeah, I remember they will conjure up reasons. The truth is, once you start doing this, that's it. You're committed. There's no like, oh yeah, no, I'm a retired OF girl. No, you're an OF girl. That stays stuck on you. Like it's like if you were a dude and you were doing some weird freaky frog activity, that's on you forever. It's not like, nah, you know, like just like 15 years ago I used to let my chick get cracked by other dudes. Now I'm not on that anymore. No.
You're forever a cock.
You are that permanently, just like she would be that. So there's no reason for her to quit. YouTube. But the cap that they talk about is not, I'm gonna quit at this point. I remember, I don't even want to name her. Some of you gooners probably know her, but I remember I met her in LA years ago, and she was talking about like, nah, you know, like I don't be getting cracked on my OF. It was in a group setting, by the way. It wasn't like a one-on-one type of thing. And she was like, she was a nice enough girl, and I was just asking questions. You know, I'm not a judgmental guy. I don't judge people. And I was like, oh, so like, what's the point? She's like, oh, you know, I want to create this animal sanctuary, just a bunch of hoopla, right? And she's like, yeah, you know, I wouldn't be getting cracked on camera or anything like that. I just do this. I think at the time she was definitely bare on there. That's what she was saying. But a year later, she's getting cracked by Adam 22. So
it's because she see that money dip. She's like, oh shit, how do I up the ante? And that's the problem with all these hoes. They pop up on this shit. They're like, oh, I'm not gonna show any cheek. I'm not gonna show any vag. You know, I'm just be on this bitch being, you know, cute. They're just a little bit extra than what I would post on IG. That's how it starts. But if you start to make some money, now them niggas in there sending you messages, you know, them thirsty, sorry excuses for a man is gonna be sending you that DM talking about, oh, I'm gonna send you 10 bands if I see some skin. Now you in that whole like, oh, I mean, I guess I could show a little skin. Then before you know it, you in that motherfucker, she like, hey man, we done seen some niggas send up to $500,000 to Ruby Rose and them. Yo, I'm trying to see you. And now what? That nigga send you $500,000, you already showing skin, you already playing with vag on, like shit. You a hop and skip away. You might as well just, and now you on Cornhub getting cracked by Adam 22. That's how it go, man. You can't go down this path.
Like that stuff. There's
no
all
turning
goes out
back.
the window and changes once they see the bread dipping. Like this chick, she's talking about, oh, now she's making an M a month. An M a month? That is insane. And she's talking about not feeling fulfilled. Now, granted, it's not the business model, because there are people with legitimate businesses that make that much or more, and they're still not fulfilled. And they're not necessarily doing something that is poisoning the well of the youth. It's like you used to go to the fountain of youth, you stick your hand in the Lazarus pit, and you're like, damn, I'm young. Now that whole well is poisoned. You stick your hand there, you like age backwards. It's like Benjamin Button. So that's one thing, her conversation with Neon. But then Sneeko reacts to this, and he gives a really good, poignant take. And that jogged my memory a little bit. That made it even more insidious for what she was doing and how she pretended to react.
I feel like I actually know who that is.
Who?
Isn't that the girl that does OnlyFans?
Oh my god. She's...
Yeah, this this not like borderline? Why don't people call this creepy or weird? You know, like when a dude is in a relationship with a 19-year-old and he's 22, and they're like, that's so weird. Why is it not weird for these women to be noticed by 9-year-old boys for doing?
Nah, for real.
Dystopian.
None of that. You should not know that.
Actually, yeah, you do whole campaigns on TikTok so that people know what you do. You blew up farming your brother, making him feel ashamed that you do OF. I saw the campaign. It would be like you'd sit on a pot.
Thing is, she doesn't feel bad. Like, let's be honest though. Like, this is a facade. I mean, just look at her face. She's not even actually selling it. You know what I mean? It's kind of just like, hey, no, stop it. It's like, but bitch, you know you don't care. If anything, she feels nothing. She is completely soulless.
Podcast with your little brother who was in school, who was a minor, and he'd be like, hey, little brother, are you ashamed that your sister does OnlyFans? And he'd be like, yeah, you're stop doing it. I'm getting bullied. And he was probably in on it too. And then you blew up. And then you're going to see these kids in public and be like, you shouldn't know that. Hey, then what the... Actually, yeah, that's what you were targeting. You were trying to get kids who are in school on TikTok.
That was the whole point.
To goon you.
It was the whole point.
People never call her a...
Mission accomplished.
None of that. You should not know that.
Then delete your OnlyFans and get off social media. Like, do you think that he wasn't?
I mean, there's no point now. Not to say there's no point, but I mean, like, it's on the internet forever.
How the Where are your parents?
Where are your
You
parents?
should be watching Blippi.
What? Why is she lecturing the kid?
Yeah.
Also, everyone glazing capitalism. This is capitalism. This is free market capitalism. She's free to do what she wants with her. Whatever business you want to do, free market capitalism.
Brother, you're too young to be a gooner.
You're not. Bye, nice to meet you.
Sad, man.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, there's a real world example of how she's corrupting the youth and rotting their brains.
Who are parenting these children?
That's crazy. Go ignore it. Let's move on.
No accountability. Who are parenting these children? But yeah, who's putting out content that kids are seeing on TikTok so that they...
Yeah, like Hassan said earlier in the video, the only way kids could actually avoid her content, like they would have to be like, what are those? Like a Mormon, a super religious family. Like, you will never touch a phone until you're fucking 27 and escape a cult or something. Like, you literally were targeting. That's your demographic right there.
Like, what?
That's crazy. Go ignore it. Let's move on. You can't control what kids see.
How do we do this?
Oh my lord, man. To be fair, it is the parents' fault. Is it really though? If we're being like these,
I'm usually the type of person that will say like, yo, parents need to parent 100%. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to like, bro, that girl is on TikTok. Like, that girl is on TikTok in a way where anyone that uses TikTok in any way, shape, or form is subject to see her. What I will say, if we want to point a little bit of accountability in any other direction, is these social media platforms, bro, they will ban nigga for saying nigga. They'll ban me for, as a black person, for saying nigga. They will take my videos down or other creators' videos down for the stupidest, like the most nonsensible thing. But this girl can get on OF and show ass cheeks, be half naked, vag prints, all of the above, the most disgusting things imaginable. And they promote that shit. They 1 million views, 10 million views, 6 million views, 100,000 likes. So, you know, if we can point a little bit of blame is some of the moderation on these platforms. It makes zero sense.
these kids don't look like, yeah, they're hanging out in an arcade and they go on TikTok. What? So does every other Gen Alpha kid? Are the parents gonna know how to like block out whatever popular OnlyFans girl for the month? Are they gonna know how to do that?
I completely forgot that this girl, I don't even know how old she is. I gotta look up how old this chick is. Give me a moment, guys. Okay, yeah, I'm not used to like taking a break while recording. So she's 23 years old.
That's what I said.
I thought she was like 26. Not because she looks older or anything, but just because I'm like, what? I feel like she blew up 5 years ago. She didn't even give life a chance. She just hopped right into OF. So she's 23 years old. And he's talking about, yeah, you were doing content with your younger brother, who's a minor. And then I thought about it and I was like, wait, hold on. That's right. And I'm going to play you guys 2 clips with her brother. And there's 2 different sides to the story, but both are evil. I'm going to play you guys them right now.
Do you really think I'm not a good sister?
Well, it's not that you're not a good sister.
I'm just going to move my cam right here, man, just in case.
Doesn't affect not just only you, but it also affects me. Like, next year, I'm going to be applying for colleges, and I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do that with things that are on the internet. I might not even be able to get a girlfriend because people, like, they already know. In public, people ask me, do you really like your sister?
It's like he's performing for the bit. Like, he's obviously in on it, but you can kind of see that subtle sadness in his eyes as well.
Do you really approve of this? Like, I actually don't think this could work in my future.
Christian, with everything that I'm doing, like, I've never once wanted it to affect you like this.
Is she?
Bro,
See?
I'm sorry.
This is fucked up.
I really don't want it to affect you.
There's nothing else I can say. Like, you everything up.
See, like,
I'm leaving.
is he that good of an actor? Like, is he? I don't know, bro. Yeah, he's in on it, but is he that good of an actor? He looked fucking sad.
Bro, the best and worst part about being my brother?
The worst part? You're just getting way too famous.
Period.
And I've been getting name called a lot more at school. Some random girl said, "See you later, Pinky."
Pinky?
Pinky. Pink. Pink. And then,
Well, it's only going up from here, so I'm only gonna become more famous. Deal with it. Don't be so sensitive, like a little.
This is crazy, bro.
Pinky.
Oh my god.
So here you have her younger brother. Either the younger brother, and he's done multiple pieces of content with her. Now, this type of content that this chick is doing, it was pioneered by Jack Doherty. Jack Doherty does this type of stuff. It's on IG Reels, it's on TikTok, and she makes like this short form stuff. And you see, she's doing an interview with her younger brother.
And her legs are just wide open.
I had to blur it out. With her legs just up and completely spread like she's about to give birth on the operating table. Already horrifying. But then she's talking to her brother like, oh, what do you feel about this? And where I said there's two sides to this coin. One side to the coin is the brother is actually like not in on it and he's upset by it and he's just like, it wouldn't be a multiple time thing. That's why I'm saying that this is the lesser likely scenario. But if this is the lesser likely scenario, it's already bad because you know you're causing your harm to your brother emotionally by doing this, and you still have him on a platform where millions of people will see his face. So even people that don't know him locally will know him digitally now. So now he will suffer the digital bullying on top of the local bullying. The second approach.
And the biggest problem with this is they sit here and will just be like, oh, well, I'm making all this money, so that's fine. You know what I mean? Like, that's the solution in their head. Like, oh, we're millionaires. Like, I've cured our family curse of financial curse. Like, we're rich as fuck. You know what I'm saying? That's their solution in their head. But it's just like, I think I even saw, I don't know if Yasin will show it, but I saw a clip of her interviewing her dad. And you could just see the sadness. It's like, yo, hey dad, how do you feel about me doing OnlyFans? I support you in every way possible, baby girl. Yeah, Yep, I support you, baby girl. How do you feel about me getting railed on OnlyFans? You know, it pays the bills. Pays the bills.
Is that your brother's cool with this? And he's like, oh, okay, I'm down to play along for your business, big sister. So your brother's just cooked at that point. That's not even your brother. That's your sister. He might as well transition right now. If he's cool with like, okay, yeah, I'll be humiliating and I'll pretend like I don't care, because if he actually doesn't care, or I'll pretend like I care about you doing this when I really don't, and I'm so proud of you, at that point, then he's just cooked. And maybe he just looks at it like, hey, I'm benefiting because she's buying me a bunch of stuff. And then you've even got her dad in the picture. But this type of content, it's specifically targeted for that audience. You can just see the way that it's promoted. Because there are certain OF chicks, like, for example, how do I even give an example? Who's popular that would likely be marketed to adults? It's hard because they're all on TikTok, but there's a type of content where you can tell, okay, this is tailored towards younger people. And even the people that she collaborates with. She's collaborating with a Neon. We know Neon's audience. She was collaborating with the Jack Doherty. We know Jack Doherty's audience. So for her to get upset or be like, oh, where are the parents? let me just, let's rewind the tape. We're VHS mode right now. When I was a kid, when some of y'all were kids, you would watch what? Kids WB, Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network, and
Kids
you would get
WB was
advertisements.
goated.
I forgot what it was, but Power Rangers, yo. I remember I had this. They were actually twins. These guys, they were my homies when I was a little kid, and their mom would buy them it would cost like $100 at the time. The Megazord from Power Rangers. That was like the most elite thing ever. I remember seeing that. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
I was never able to get one. My mom just couldn't afford it. But God bless my mom. She got me whatever else she could. But I would hang out at their crib and they'd be playing with this Megazord, and we would all see the advertisements for the Megazord and the
this nigga is definitely from the same era as me. This shit bringing back memories.
Power Rangers and other things like that on the network, Cartoon Network or whatever. I forgot the actual channel that they aired Power Rangers on. The point being is that this lady, this woman, she is creating the type of content. It's like she's the Megazord / Power Ranger. So she is advertising her wares on Kids WB and Cartoon Network. And then when people come in public and they look at her and they're like, hey, you're that girl that does OF. She's like, how do you know that? That's like saying like, yo, how you kids got these?
But like I said, she doesn't actually care, bro. It's a facade. Like that's what she thinks she's supposed to say, but she doesn't give a fuck.
Megazords. Why do y'all have them? You were advertising them to the kids. So, and this is why she gets to see this right in her face, because it's not real when you're detached. It's kind of like these streamers that promote gambling. They're like, yeah, like I'm doing giveaways and this and that, but you don't see a person that's ruining their life, ruining the life of their family, potentially, and deciding to end it. You're not seeing that. And if you had to look at that every single day you see a live stream of someone ruining their life, you see the debt piling up, and
I ain't gonna lie, that nigga just spat. Cause I definitely in my head always thought like if I had the opportunity to get a gambling deal, I'd probably take it. But now that low key sounds so hypocritical, just making that comparison. W has sinned for that, that you don't see how detrimental it is. And you think, damn, you spitting facts right now, gang.
They got into that because of you would feel pain. Unless you're like completely detached. I don't think this chick is completely detached. I think she's just coping. Like she's just suffering some cognitive dissonance. What if every single day this scenario happened to her? It's like you're slapping her in the face. It was like, this is what you're doing. This is who's watching your stuff constantly, again and again and again. And she should feel terrible about it. She should consistently. And that is the deal with the devil that she made, because it's nobody can defend this. I don't care what you're doing. And like, sure, like there is like parenting, quote unquote, but are we not going to say that this is like Sneeko made a really good point. Like this is not predatory, her making kids type content, but making it very lewd. And her, dog, if you're interviewing a little kids relate to that. They'll watch that. Like I'll give you a great example of a kid that like kind of matured in a great way in transition. Like that dude, Matan Evan, he just used to show up everywhere. And usually
Well, what happened to this kid? I remember him.
People go viral and you're like, yo, where is this meme gonna take it?
Where is
this
he
guy
at?
actually developed. He turned, like, he was a meme, and then he started his own podcast, and his podcast is doing very, very well. Like, he has his own shtick. It's performing well for him, and I wouldn't say like he's a positive or a negative influence. He's just an entertainer, and he's a great entertainer. But the point is, it's kids that watch them, and kids that are watching his podcast right now are young teens or even early 20s, because they kind of grew up with him. So that's an example of a guy that got the attention and pivoted it into something that was likely harder. Well, I mean, he doesn't have the option to just do OF unless he's going to be baiting, dudes that are, into dudes. So that's like a counterexample of this chick. And you could see the shock in her face, but that's her brand. Her brand is, you're the OF girl. You're the girl that they didn't even say her name. They just said, you're the girl that does OF. That is crazy. And I hope she knows that that is all she will ever be known for. And it doesn't matter. Like some people say, oh, this person made smart investments. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter. She already is rich. She's already rich. Like, there's not any more amount of money that's gonna actually make a difference. Like, let me just let y'all know, bro, after you make like 10, 20, 30 million, which she's has clearly well made over, life doesn't change that much more. You know what I'm saying? Obviously she has to make money to maintain that lifestyle, but it's like, it doesn't really matter. Her legacy is OF girl, bro. And if she ever has kids, that is what her kids will also know her as.
How many smart investments you make, that will always be your reputation. Now, unfortunately, some people have like developed past, like for example, like Gunna, right? Like Gunna is known for good music. He's gonna beat the rat allegations. Like, no, not too many people are gonna consider him that in the future. He can shake that off. She can't shake this off because everything.
I think the only woman that has been able to flip their situation, and it still taints them to this day, is Kim Kardashian. And I saw a clip the other day of Kim Kardashian, you know, talking about one of her kids came up to her and was like, "Oh, what is this?" It's a fucking, you know what I'm saying, video of her getting clapped down by Ray J. You can't, it's on the internet forever, bruh. And I think Kim Kardashian did it in the best way possible. She's the best case scenario, or a Cardi B. They are the best case scenario, and they are such a top 1.5% of being able to flip their situation, and they still can't shake certain shit about them.
Was built on top of it. It's like when I criticize 21 Savage, where I'm like, yo, somebody that's talking about, oh no, stop the violence, anti-violence, don't rap about negativity, or Jay-Z similarly, you can't do that after you've already built you went from 0 to 1 off of that. You made your money off of that, and now you're kind of like taking the ladder up from underneath you, because people that were like you, now you're telling them like, oh nah, you should. Well, they're not telling them, but the point is, you're already rich off of the negative things that you did. Telling people to stop doing that is a little bit, it's not hypocritical. You've grown. Maybe you can preach that stuff, but people are looking at you like, that's how you got on. That's how you got popping, and you're from where I'm from. So why wouldn't I do what you did? And especially if the person didn't suffer repercussions and they're not serving life in prison like a Dirk or something, you really can't say much to combat that. And I think that's why 21 Savage falls back from that and doesn't criticize, because he's quite a logical guy, and I don't think he likes to like experience that hypocrisy, which is why I do have a degree of respect for, or not a degree, I have a lot of respect for 21 Savage. But let me know what y'all think about.
Word, man. Nasty, nasty, nasty work. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section, man. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. You already know what it is. Peace.
Where you at, Berto?
I made this shit look too easy.